Okay, we're going to do a board covering of a book. Now, this is both sophisticated and loose, so bear with me. Right now, I have two pieces of paper. I'll explain why I have two pieces of paper in a second, but for the time being, all you need to know is I'm going to attach those two pieces to each other. So, using a glue stick, because we're fancy here, I'm just going to glue. I don't want to use way too much. I don't want to apply it all chunky. But I want to try and get down to the corners. My glue stick is ending soon. But I want to try and get down to the corners when I set the glue on the paper. It doesn't have to be precise. I want that rough edge. I want to keep that rough edge because I like the look of it. After I put that down, I'm going to take my bone folder. All I'm doing is pushing it down real hard. Okay, now, the reason I made that bigger, other than the fact that I think it looks cool, is because the piece of paper I had was too small for covering the board. I know, these are the pieces I'm using. They seem like they're pretty small. They seem like I had plenty of space. I didn't, though, because I need overage. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this in half. Notice I'm taking my blade and just cutting, okay? I didn't measure. Why didn't I measure? Because this is imprecise. So I'm going to take one. This is the outside. This is the side I like. That's the side I want to keep. I want to have that image. So I want it like that. I want to be able to see the blue and the white crossover. So this is the back. We're going to the back. And I'm taking this, just looking, just eyeballing, so that I have that. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to trace it in the center. Now, ordinarily, I'd be like, trace it in the corner and don't waste. But we're not wasting. We need that space. You need at least half an inch on any side. Really, you want closer to an inch. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw these angles. This is going to be new and weird for a lot of you. So see what I've done there? I've drawn those angles in to each side. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut them. Notice I still haven't used my ruler. Notice I'm not even totally holding to the lines that I drew. Honestly, my knife is going a lot straighter than the lines I drew with the pencil. But I've cut those pieces off. I don't need them anymore. I do need this. I need this. And I need my bone folder again. Now I'm going to use my ruler, and I'm going to crease these lines that I made with the pencil, where I traced the outside of the square, rectangle. Why am I going to crease them? Well, because when I do make this book, it'll make my life much easier if I pre-fold these things. I'm folding them over, folding them over, folding them over. Just doing this again. Okay, simple, straightforward. Now, let's see how much juice I can get out of this glue stick. Not much. Ha. That's how cheap Mr. Bushy is. So, I have put glue in the center. I'm going to take my piece of cardboard that I originally traced. My bone folder to smooth it out nice. So that's on the outside. That's done. We have to do the sides now. This is where I might grab a piece of scrap paper because I want to go with the glue right to the edge and I don't want to get it all over my tabletop or my work area. Because if I do that, then I'm going to get it on future things. And I want to get it on future things because they'll ruin those things. So this is an investment in future Mr. Bushy's well-being. Okay, so now I'm going to take these. I have 4 sides of overlap. These 4 sides of overlap, it does matter which you put down first. Since these 2 sides are shorter, we're going to go in first with them because there's less for the board to adhere to over here. So these are your weak sides. Your strong sides are the longer sides. They're the ones that have more stuff to adhere to. So I got lucky with this and I had enough overage altogether to hide the cardboard. If I didn't have enough to hide the cardboard, I would take another piece of, say, this paper, and I would just cut it out and slap it right across there. But I got this all on. I'm smoothing it out with the bone folder. Really nice. I go to these corners, just bevel them down a little. Okay. That is a piece of covered board. That's step one.